Okay, so we're doing a side-by-side shootout. We've got the Sony A6500 with the 24mm Sony Zeiss f1.8 lens at f2.8 on this side. I've got the Sony A7S Mark II with the 24-70 f4 Sony Zeiss lens at as close to 35mm equivalent as I could get it. So I'm trying to get the same field of view on both of these, but this one's at f4. So the Sony's at f4 and the A6500 is f2.8. I did that to try to make it a fair fight so that the ISOs are relatively close. I'm sorry, not relatively close. So the ISO is a little bit higher on the A7S because it can handle higher ISO. And the depth of field is probably going to be similar between f2.8 and f4 because of the full frame sensor. So I'm trying to get as comparable as I can as far as the settings, the way the camera would be treated with the settings. And this test is to see how well these cameras hold focus with me just stationary and staring right at the cameras and in a relatively low light situation. I've got two windows over there. It's a cloudy, rainy day. There's window light coming in there. There's almost no other light. I've got some lights in the background to give a little bit of bokeh so you can get an idea of what kind of bokeh we get. I would say I'm about 4 feet away from the cameras if I had to estimate. And again, they're both in autofocus mode. And I have had a problem with the A7S Mark II, the focus kind of hunting in this kind of a scenario. So I generally never use it. I generally focus on a point and then switch it to manual focus. And this A6500 I've heard is better in that regard. So we're going to see in this test if it holds focus better than the A7S Mark II. And we're also going to see what the general 4K video quality is like in a relatively low light scenario. I believe the ISO on the Sony is about 1250 and on the A7S about 4000 right now. I'll double check when I finish the clip. And if those numbers are not accurate, I'll mention it in a lower third. So that's what we're doing here, and I've got my Sennheiser mic. Let me get the transmitter out here, which I have a separate review. I just got these. I've had some EW100 Generation 3 Sennheisers for a number of years, but I got this newer model here that really is nice because they handshake with each other. You just turn them on, they handshake with each other, and they just seem to work. And you don't have to worry about searching for frequencies when you get at a location, scanning for clear frequency, which you should do with the other one, because I have had issues when I tried to shortcut and didn't scan, and I've gotten interference and had issues. These just automatically pick a good frequency, and they're very trim, very easy to clip on. The receiver is really compact, and I could just carry these all the time in my kit. Much less bulky than the others, which do use AA batteries. These use proprietary lithium batteries. The others use AA batteries. So some people like that, but I like the compactness of these. They charge via USB. You can power the receiver with USB while you're using it. This you cannot, the body pack transmitter. But this I think has like a 10-hour battery life, so it's pretty amazing. So I actually like the first one I got so much I got another set. So that's this Sennheiser microphone system, and I'll put a lower third with the description and all on these. So this has been a long enough test to see if these things will hold focus with me kind of looking at the cameras. I've been looking down a little bit, giving it an opportunity to hunt if it's going to hunt in that kind of a situation. But in a typical stand-up situation, I've been, trying to act like you would in a normal stand-up video. I wouldn't even try to do this in a situation where people are turning away from the camera like this and then turning back. I would guess you're absolutely going to get hunting in that kind of a situation, and you're certainly going to want to use manual focus then. So, and I would typically, in a situation like this, use manual focus anyway, but I just want to do a test to see if either one of these are going to hold focus in this test. And if so, if maybe one is going to be better than the other. I don't know. This is just a head-to-head test to see what happens. So subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, also check out the cage that I put on the A6500. The Smallrig cage really makes that camera. Makes it a lot easier to grip it. Gives you the Arca Swiss to put it on the tripod. Really makes that camera, if you ask me. So anyway, thanks for watching. Again, hey, please subscribe to my channel.